Ready na. Hi guys, this is Nikki, also known as Faces Trader, and you are watching the Awesome 10X channel for Global Market Update. It's June 26, 2020, almost end of the month, and it's a Friday, so happy weekend. Let's discuss what happened in the US. Actually, the US was very strong, and I'm gonna discuss to you a few names that are on top of my watch list. I also shared it here on my Faces Trader channel in Twitter. So a few momentum names on my watch list: Farfetch, VNET, Kingsoft Cloud, Workhorse, CRISPR, Editas, Intellia Therapeutics, as well as Upwork and Fiverr. So let me discuss their charts and a few things that I know about them. So Farfetch actually rose a strong move last night, closing above 17 to close at 1775 after a strong down day the other day, which was more than 14 something before. No, that 20% move was actually courtesy of the company raising their earnings guidance. So for those who don't know, Farfetch is an online luxury platform that sells off-white. They sell a lot of luxury. Sorry, what was that? Anyone called? Oh wait, you guys aren't seeing my screen. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so let's discuss, no. You could see that here is my watch list for the week. Well, for the day or for the next few days or next week, next month. Either way, you could see that there are a few momentum names on my watch list. Farfetch. So Farfetch last night had a very bullish end, closing at 1775, a strong reversal because there was a news of raising earning. They were raising their earnings guidance. So they were actually up 9% at the open. I was trying to buy it about 1640, 1650, very fast. It actually moved as high as 17, closing at about 1775. I will try to I will still try to buy near 16 to as low as 13 if I could in the next coming weeks or months. But Farfetch, I believe, is a strong turnaround. So actually, Farfetch is something like a dark horse name that I really like. Even at the start of January, you could see that even in the start of January, Farfetch was something that I was bullish upon, as this company had a huge tie-up with JD.com of China. So and I don't believe that the luxury names or the luxury stocks for that matter are a gone economy, even if a COVID pandemic happens. So this is an online marketplace. You could buy a lot of sneakers. Because the economy is going to be having a slow reopening, this Farfetch would often give you a chance to enter anyway. Assuming that, let's say, 16 made an entry here at 13. This breakout could go as high as 19, but I'll just wait for the next channel drop. So I'll play the next channels either at 16 or 13. It could expand higher or lower, but 16 to 13 is safe for me. The other name that I'm taking a look at is VNET, 21 VNET Group. This one actually was something that I only learned about last night. My friend told me na, Nikki, take a look at VNET. VNET is actually a company that is in the cloud business. Sorry. Yeah, cloud business. They are working with Huawei, Alibaba, Tencent, really big, the big hitters. Eh. So I need to study more about this company. But the partners are very strong. And this week, I think Alibaba, I'm not sure if it was this week or this month, Alibaba signed a partnership with VNET. And so it surged from about 17 all the way to 24. I know I'm late, so I'll wait a little bit at about 20 or lower if I could. But this one is going to be on my watch list. Kingsoft Cloud, for those who know, for those who don't know, Kingsoft Cloud competes with your Alibaba and Tencent. So this is wrong. It's not really coffee. It should be Kingsoft Cloud, but this is the chart. This is the right chart, KC. KC was an IPO at $17. First few days went as high as 26, had a retest at that IPO price of 17. And then earnings came out, and then even gave an entry to 20. So bad that I wasn't studying this company. I was listening to my friend tell me about it about 19. He told me to study this before earnings. I thought that it was just a normal mobile company, gaming company. Lo and behold, when I studied Kings of Cloud, apparently the clients of Kings of Cloud is TikTok, your ByteDance. So definitely, the more people use TikTok, the better it is secular wise for Kings of Cloud. Not just that, the heavy investors of Kings of Cloud are the most marquee investors that you can think of. China Minsheng Bank, Xiaomi's Jun Lei has a 10% stake on Kings of Cloud. This is a company you want to check out in your watch list. CRSP, CRISPR is also in my watch list. CRISPR Therapeutics has been going up. I believe it's a function of two things. NVTA had a successful partnership with an oncology name, and so all of the companies in that genetic editing space has been rising this past few days, past week. You've seen CRISPR go anywhere from about 64 to as high as 79, and I would see that this momentum will continue. CRISPR Therapeutics 73 to 68. These are potential buying opportunities, channel uptrend, and it's gonna go all-time highs. Editas, I saw a news. They are coming up with actually, this is gonna interest you. Editas has a cure for blindness. Let's read it to you together. Editas blindness cure. There's a lot of news, but I think they are doing well. So 17 hours ago, gene therapy and CRISPR strategies for curing blindness. Why Editas Medicine is now the CRISPR stock to really watch, said Motley Fool. Actually, if they can really cure blindness, that's really gonna be wonderful. So let's read this. Gene therapy and CRISPR strategies for curing blindness. Yes, you read that right. In recent months, even as our attention has been focused on COVID, there's been a slew of scientific breakthroughs in treating diseases that cause blindness. Researchers at US-based Editas Medicine and Ireland-based Allergan have administered CRISPR for the first time to person with a genetic disease. This landmark treatment uses the CRISPR approach to a specific mutation in a gene linked to childhood blindness. The mutation affects the functioning of the light-sensing compartment of the eye, called the retina, and leads to loss of the light-sensing cells. According to World Health, at least 2 billion people in the world have some form of visual impairment. In the US, approximately 200,000 people suffer from an inherited form of retinal disease for which there's no cure. But this thing could change for good. We can now see the light literally at the end of the tunnel. I am an ophthalmology and visual science researcher, and I'm very particularly interested in these advances because my lab is interested in designing new and improved gene therapy approach to treat the form of this blindness. The eye is a testing ground for CRISPR. Gene therapy involves inserting the correct copy of a gene into cells that have a mistake in the genetic sequence of that gene, recovering the normal function of the protein in the cell. The eye is an ideal organ for testing new therapeutic approaches, including CRISPR. This is because the eye is the most exposed part of our brain and thus is easily accessible. In recent years, breakthrough gene therapy studies paved the way for the first ever FDA-approved gene therapy drug called Lexterna for a devastating childhood blindness disease called Leber congenital amaurosis type 2. So you can read more about this. Just search, do your Google search. But okay, let's talk about that. Editas actually gives you a chart entry here at about 31. And even if, let's say, it fails, it has an entry again at 26. So usually what I suggest to people is to just put a small starter position, like 3 to 5% of your entire portfolio. If you think that your entire portfolio is big, maybe 1 to 2% will be enough. So put a little here at about 31.40 and then another entry here at 26. That gives you a range of about $5. So around 20% leeway for a mistake in your entry, for a potential play for a, let's say Editas truly cures the blind. That's a big 10x opportunity. Now another thing, of course, in this gene therapy business, you've got CRISPR Editas. Intelia Therapeutics is also another name. It actually broke out here at 14, went as high as 24. I'm gonna check if I have an entry at 19 below, but I'll be willing to enter Intelia. These names are not yet profitable, but these names would do well if the entire CRISPR gene therapy has possible breakthroughs. Now, of course, this one is a good news to share. Workhorse, Lordstown, no? I shared here the article. Let me share to you the article on Workhorse. Past few days, Workhorse has been rising as people have been seeing that Nikola does not deserve the $30 billion valuation. But there is actually an electric truck that actually merits attention. For those who were able to make a strong move on Workhorse, congratulations, $2 went to $10, 5x in just 2 months or 3 months was it? Let me show to you the chart of Workhorse. So I know that I'm a bit late, but I actually just saw this at about $6 already. So I only spotted it here at about 6.50. It was moving from 140 since March. There was an entry point here at about $2.50, and then there's another entry point here at $4. So in the last few years, Workhorse has actually been getting a lot of financing to continue their R&D. They have a CEO that's actually credible. CEO is Steve Burns. Similarly, when I checked out the website, the Workhorse Group has a lot of partnerships with UPS, FedEx, and the like. They're really ordering trucks, and some of it is actually the drones of Workhorse. Actually is being used for medical devices. So there's a lot of things to unlock in Workhorse Group. The beautiful thing is that actually $4 below, it was trading less than about $400 million. Right now at about $8, I think we're talking about the $850 million company now. So it's less than $1 billion. But why should you be interested with Lordstown Motors and Workhorse Group? Lordstown actually 2 days ago debuted their 52,000 electric pickup, which is alongside the Vice President Mike Pence. So Lordstown Motors is actually 10% owner. 10% ownership of Lordstown Motors is Workhorse Group. So Lordstown Motors unveiled a prototype of its electric future. There's a pickup truck with a 4-in-wheel hub motors. It's a 1-year-old Ohio startup. And then this electric pickup truck is known as Endurance. So far, there are companies that are already buying, such as Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company said that they want to acquire these endurance vehicles to integrate into its servicing fleet. $52,000 to buy one. I think they might order about 20,000. So you've got these potential customers: Autoflex Fleet, Clean Fuels Ohio, Duke Energy, First Energy, Grid X, Holman Enterprise, ARI, Summit Petroleum, Turner Mining, Valor Holdings. So the reason why it's called Lordstown Motors is because it actually started their first plant in a former GM assembly plant in Lordstown, Ohio. Company plans to actually produce 20,000 trucks. So 20,000 times 50,000, you get that $1 billion revenue. So this startup is acquiring a 6.2 million square foot factory. Workhorse has a 10% stake in Lordstown Motors. The first trucks is scheduled to be delivered in late summer 2021. We didn't have to build a plant and populate it with robots. We just have to reconfigure this plant, and that's what we're busy in here doing. But actually, they're employing a lot of GM workers before. This might actually be something to look at and put it on your watch list. So far, I think it's merited. I shared this tweet as well by Brad Schultz. Work may be ready. I believe in this. Slack as well. So for those who don't know, ARK Investments is one of the best hedge funds. And the beautiful thing about ARK Investments, fund manager Kathy Wood, is that she actually shares a lot of her holdings. So we know that she has a huge stake in Tesla. We know that she has a huge stake in Invite, in Square. Work is actually one of their top holdings. You can see it here. And they actually disclose this. So Tesla, Invite, Square, Crisp, Roku, Tuyu, Illumina. Some of these names I agree with. So actually, there's a lot of winners in this group. I believe in Work. I believe in PagerDuty. You could still buy it now. It's not yet too high. Roku at about 120 actually gave a buy signal. There's a lot of names that are actually strong. You might want to check it out. And Bradshaw is a great chartist as well. You might want to check it out. Add him in your Twitter feed. Very good share, very good follow. We agree. Actually, we were trying to buy at about this gap down at about $30 when it gapped down from the 38 mark after earnings. So this one, 39 gaps down to 30. That would be your $30 base here. All of these is actually a support, higher low support. So between 30 to 33, that would give you a $31.50 average price. Try to enter into these pullbacks. You got a good risk reward. A few things to share. There's actually news on Ford. I like to also share Ford. Let me share to you that chart. For those who followed us on Razor, congratulations. There you could see Razor is going up, up, up. Any drops at 140 can still be bought, 140 or 150. Razor came out with their laptops, $1,100, going on sale in Amazon. You could check it out. This is the news that I like. Ford actually share. The reason why I'm a bit contrarian, and I think this is a good stock to buy for you. For those who don't know, Ford has 12,000 electric charging stations partnered with Amazon and Electrify America. Ford also owns an electric scooter called. Let me see, what's the name of their Ford electric scooter? So yesterday, actually, I think New York, Mike Cuomo said that, so this Ford electric scooter first ride, there's news actually that electric scooters are now allowed. Let me see that. Electric scooter news. So actually it benefits Lime. See, New York City legalizing electric bikes will create an e-scooter pilot program. So this is actually good. We like the fact that New York is progressive. They are legalizing electric bikes. So this will be beneficial for Ford and for Lyft. Lyft actually owns a city bike. So let's take a look at Lyft. I don't like a lot of these Lyft and Uber, so I don't naturally look at their charts. But anyway, just for the news purpose, I'll take a look. Okay, news purpose-wise, it looks like Lyft has a support channel as well, also giving you a buy signal at 32. But I would prefer, it really depends on you. I prefer going for Ford, but this one is actually a buy signal as well. Lyft actually has one of the largest e-scooters in the USA called City Bikes, something like that. So let's read the news for you. The New York City Council is now approving several bills that will legalize the private use of electric scooters and bicycles, a change long sought by food delivery workers and transportation advocates. So the pilot program is scheduled to start by May 2021, expected to last no more than 2 years, according to the bill. Scooter placement should focus on areas underserved by the city's dock bike share program, City Bike, which is operated by Lyft Inc. Electric scooter companies such as Lime, Bird, Lyft, and Ford Motors co-own Spin have said they would apply for permits. So New York Governor Andrew Cuomo approved the legalization, but excluded Manhattan Island from any shared app-based scooter programs. So the debate over electric bicycles heated up in recent years when city police issued fines for impounded bikes of delivery workers to deliver food orders quickly to New Yorkers in all weather. So this is actually something beneficial. People might end up buying a lot of Ford electric scooters. So or it could actually benefit Lyft. So it's actually a good news. Just to share to you, a lot of strong names in the electric market, BLDP, Ballard Power. This is not electric, but this is fuel cell bus. California actually has a lot of these buses already, but Ballard is very strong, mostly in China and Europe. So take a look. There are a lot of buy signals here ever since actually ever since $1. If you study Ballard, Ballard has been doing such a tremendously strong move in the last 3 years. I'll show to you the chart. It fell down a lot, and then since 2019, it has been moving from $2 to about $6, $5, then $7, all the way to 14. Fell to 7 during COVID time, now back to its all-time highs of 14. The strength is actually purely fundamentals for Ballard Power. You've got partnerships with China's Weichai, the largest truck maker in China. Fuel cells are actually more efficient rather than electric when it comes to long range because you don't have to charge your station all the time. So fuel cell has been proven to be more efficient and better for long range. So Ballard Power Systems has actually focused more on the heavy duty trucks, buses, and they actually got partners. They have a joint venture and partnerships with China's largest, which is Weichai Trucks. Read about it, Ballard Power Sinotruck. It will help you explain and understand why Ballard Power is doing very well. Now, the fuel cell move has been strong, not just for Ballard, even the ones that aren't making money is actually going up. You saw fuel cell moving from about less than 20 cents to as high as $3. You've seen Plug also get these companies were had difficulty in financing, but the renewed strength, the renewed love for this sector is really strong. You could see it. This is Plug Power going from $2 to $6 since last year, fell to COVID time to about $2 again, then back to $7. These are strong winners. We really like this electrification, this clean energy movement, fuel cells. So you might want to check out these names. Is okay. Last name. Let's go for some loving for video games again. So Tencent, of course, we mentioned Brawl Stars. We mentioned for those who don't know, Tencent owns Valorant. Valorant is another CS:GO game. So any drops of Tencent here at about 480 or 470, we would like to buy in. This is an all-time high move. All-time highs coupled with good fundamentals are the typical names that I like to have and hold. We like this at 330. We gave a strong buy on Tencent. And even on the March, we also said just buy it again. But this one is a clear breakout here at 480. As you can see here, I would love to buy. So far, there are a lot of names in US that are really strong. Upwork, so Upwork is also a strong name that I'd like to have. I didn't see it last night, to be honest. So I only saw it today. Upwork is your freelance economy with a lot of people unemployed. They would like to have a new job or take side gigs. So Upwork actually helps them for that. I think oops, sorry. So you can see a very strong breakout here at 9. Those who have it below 9, congratulations. You have another buy signal to add again at 12 or 13 or even at 14. So I see that this is an up channel from 15 to 20. So this is a strong upwork. So strong buy moves for this. And you could see that Fiverr, which is also a competition, is actually doing so well. Actually, all-time highs for Fiverr International. The company that promoted for every $5, I could mow the lawn, I could sing for you. Well, it's not really $5. It could be $100. Basically, it's a representative of your gig economy. So there, it's actually very so strong from 22 all the way to 75. So for all these great ideas, I want to invite you, of course, later tonight, 5:30 p.m. Philippine time. That would be recorded anyway. But if you are on the Awesome 10X channel, get notified with the bell. We share Friday classes for free. I'll discuss companies that actually doubled your money in the US stock market. So I'll discuss a lot of winners, names that I believe will continue. So even if they don't dip anyway, we'll still believe in them and be believers in the next 5 to 10 years that these are secular trends that are gonna be strong moves for the economy. These companies will be strong whether your economy falls shit or not. Definitely doing their best to help these companies. Plural Site which is actually a company pick that I also included. I think like plural site because it helps on partner with plain concepts. So gonna be bought. We like this name. You might want to check out these names that we talk about. Thank you very